The Duke of Duchess of Delusion are back in the headlines after it was revealed that their organisation Archewell is working in partnership with the Global Boyhood Initiative. Now, Harry and Meghan, we know they're no strangers to throwing their weight behind social movements, but the controversy here comes from the extreme woke organisation's chilling views on the gender identity of school kids. So they state that families and schools are gender and heterosexuality factories and that gender is not tied to sex organs, while encouraging primary school children to question gender norms. This alarming curriculum created by the Pernicious Pressure Group is already being piloted in schools across London with hopes that it will soon be rolled out throughout the UK. So, Laurence, I assume you're not surprised to see Harry and Meghan backing a woke pressure group that seems determined to go to war on boys.
Well, no, not at all, because, you know, the richer someone is, usually, the more they talk about equity and rigging the game, you know, which is essentially what this is. But what's so concerning in this report and what they're saying is, while the family is a place of nurturing and support for many children, it can also be where gender and sexuality are regulated and policed, as many interviewees and much research suggests. So essentially they're saying these spoilt little Sussexes with their horribly divisive agenda, they want the end of the family, Dan. And, you know, that's just absolutely a red line. It should be a red line for anybody in this country. I do wish they'd just stop speaking.
Well, I do too. They're also complete hypocrites, Laurence, because I went back and looked today, given the support of this organisation, because, by the way, this organisation is slamming parents who celebrate their gender of unborn babies, you know? So if you say, oh, I'm so happy that I'm having a little baby girl or a little baby girl, if you have a gender reveal party or something, you're part of the problem, Laurence. Well, that was interesting because I went back and checked, and do you remember during the Oprah Winfrey interview in March 2021, Prince Harry announced to the world that he was having a girl. On the birth of Archie, they actually posted a blue picture, and that's terrible for this organisation, of course, because blue is a boy colour, saying it's a boy. So they don't believe it when it comes to their own family. Why are they trying to push it all on us and our kids?
Well, because they are the exact thing that they accuse you of. You know, they'll accuse the whole of Great Britain of being racist while being massively racist themselves. They'll accuse the royal family of being racist while being very racist themselves. They'll accuse, you know, they'll talk about equity, which is essentially rigging of the game, which I've said before. And, you know, but they don't, they're not equitable. They live in a Montecito mansion worth tens of millions of dollars. It's just so crass and pathetic. And we see what the side effects of this is, which is the tragedy of what's happening to Dylan Mulvaney and this sort of celebration of sexual deviance in society. And us, you know, as a result of equity, we've got to accept the fact that some people are just sexual deviants who want to pretend to be 12-year-old girls. And actually, I think it's probably time that people of this country just turned around and went, yeah, we don't do that here, thanks very much. That's not what we're into. And you go and make another documentary, chaps.
Well, indeed, but one of the most disturbing things, Laurence, is it was only this announcement which has actually got folk looking into the Global Boyhood Initiative and realising, oh my goodness, Laurence, it's already infiltrating schools in our country. This pilot scheme is already running. And the thing about the Global Boyhood Initiative is that it sounds very respectable, doesn't it? It sounds as if it supports young boys, but in fact, it wants to completely dismantle anything connected to being a boy.
Well, Dan, I got this email from my school today, from one of my son's schools today. Diversity and inclusion. That's what they're into. It's everywhere. Every single parent in this country should be very, very worried about what is being washed into their children's brains. They are teaching this stuff everywhere. Your kid is not safe in school. You need to make sure, debrief and unbrainwash your child when they get home from school, because school is now indoctrination. It has nothing to do with education anymore.
I think you've just got a message from your child's teacher, Laurence, telling you off, maybe.